Pretend that that's good. Welcome to my kitchen. I've been wanting to show you guys my kitchen, and it's just never clean, and perfectionism does not allow me to show you a actual Leisha kitchen, which usually does not look like this. So I cleaned it this morning for you. I want to show you some things in it that I love, can't live without, and some things that I do not recommend that I have. So let's get into it. I swear these cats know when I start filming. They don't do anything. And the second I start filming something, they are awake, they are alive, they are playing with things. I'm just gonna let them roll. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. Hi, welcome. This is Dip. I don't know if you guys have met her on this channel. She is one of my newest. Chippy is the other one, so we have Chip and Dip. They are bonded. They're about a year old at this point, and they are behemoths and tiny terrorists to my older cats. Sure, that's fine. Anyways, I am a smart light girly. I need to have smart lighting that I can turn off and on with my Echo. So these ones and all of the can lighting that is in the ceiling are all Govee lights. Those are my favorite, and they can be literally any temperature, any shade of white, any color. They can react to music. They can do all sorts of stuff. Generally, I don't have them doing anything except just being able to say, Alexa, turn off kitchen lights. And then all of the lights in here will turn off, or Alexa, turn on kitchen lights, and then all of the lights will turn on. It just makes my life a lot easier, and then I don't need to go find light switches, and on top of that, I don't have to get up. If someone comes in the kitchen and I'm laying down and someone left all the lights on, my husband and my daughter, let's be honest, I can just tell Alexa to do that from my bedroom, and we're good to go. Smart lights in everywhere that they could possibly go, it absolutely is a must-have in my life. One of the first things that we did when we moved in, we had an RO installed, a reverse osmosis water right here. We had this installed, we had a dishwasher pump, and we had a garbage disposal button. I had never heard of a garbage disposal button before. One of Violet's friends, we were over at their house, they had a garbage disposal button, and I was like, that's genius. Because when you have an island like this and your sink's on the island, the garbage disposal button is underneath the cabinet. So you kind of have to come down and it's down here. I loved the idea of the garbage disposal button. When we had someone come install the RO, they also drilled a hole for the garbage disposal and for the dishwasher. And now this one, it's literally just this giant hose that goes to a Costco-sized Dawn container underneath the sink. This one is just the same kind of idea, but it just makes my life easier. And I got to get it in rose gold, which you'll see is a theme. I really like rose gold. It used to be aqua. In my last house, aqua, everything. And now it's rose gold. We evolve. I don't care, whatever. The RO that we have too, I love it. If you need an RO, the one that we have is by Water Drop. I will link it. Everything will be linked. It's tankless. If you've ever seen ROs before, usually they have a tank of water next to it, and they take up pretty much your entire underneath your sink. This one is tankless, so it takes up a fraction of the space, which is really nice. Dude, I don't know what it is. Every time that I'm filming anything, my nose is so itchy. When I do streams on Amazon and stuff, I feel like I'm itching my nose all the time, and it's happening right now. It's so annoying. This was another thing that was one of the first things I did when we moved in, and this is my spice drawer. And I'm so proud of it because we've lived here for a year and a half now, and it is still really organized, which never happens. Oh, look at it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's less beautiful right now because I do have to do some refills. It still looks so lovely. It's still mostly in alphabetical order. I think it's actually, this is the one area that when things are not in alphabetical order, I see it right away and I'll re-put them in alphabetical order. And I know some of you are thinking, Leisha, that is an excessive amount of spices, and you're correct. Yes, it is. I am aware, and that's okay. And this is why I love this system. I can see everything here because of these little spice drawer shelf things. I can see everything. I know exactly how much and where everything is. When I have them in the cabinets, I can't see anything. And if I have to get something from the back, it's more than likely going to knock everything over getting it out, which is really, really annoying. With this, I see it all. It's all beautifully laid out. Having everything in the same type of containers just looks gorgeous. Having them in drawer organizers like this is just, I will never, ever go back to anything else. I adore this. This is my pride and joy of this kitchen. This is the only drawer in this kitchen that's a double drawer, and so it just, other than That's the other thing too. These are $1. Buying this in the grocery store is like $5. So you're saving money. Another couple things that I love over here, the paper towel holder, rose gold. I really like this one in particular. I do not want this to take up counter space real estate. I want it away. And the fact that I could put this underneath the cabinets just makes my life easier. Could also go on the backsplash if I wanted it, but I didn't really want it to. This is out of the way. There's no like extra like things I have to mess with. Sometimes, you know, like paper towel rolls and stuff. It's kind of like toilet paper rolls where like sometimes it's so complicated that no one wants to change them out. I wanted this to be simple as possible, and it is. That is a must-have in my book. Another must-have is a butter container. I make sourdough on the regular. It took me quite a few months to figure it out. Now I understand it and it's very easy, but let me tell you what, for like 5 months, I didn't know what I was doing and I was literally like hoping for the best every single time. And when it worked, I was like, I don't know what I did, but it did it. Now I kind of get it. But having room temperature butter, that's the good butter. Like this is, right now it's Kerrygold and a little bit of a Kirkland butter that was on the counter. Kerrygold, if I'm feeling super fancy, but I usually get the Costco Kirkland New Zealand one, which is like a little bit less, well, it's like $5 less. Kerrygold's expensive. That's what I would leave on the counter. Some people think you can't leave butter on the counter. I don't know how it is in places that's humid. I live in Arizona where it's hot as shit. It's not humid for 99% of the year. I have never had issues with butter going rancid or anything like that, so I love leaving butter on the counter to be room temperature. Your mileage may vary depending on where you live. I don't have the butter bell thingy with the water. I've never had an issue, so this is just what I do. It came with a different butter knife to begin with. I don't know what happened to it. This one is from the Disney Cruise Line. It is a paintbrush, and it's really cute. It's funny because you see there's like a salt and pepper grinder right here, also rose gold. I don't know where the lid is for that one, but whatever. I also have a, I meant to take this off. I found in my makeup when I was doing my makeup today, these are like old ColourPop stamps. They're like eyeliner stamps, and I found a star one and I was like, does this still work? Yes, apparently, and it's still on my hand, so. That's what that is. A salt cellar, I believe is what this is called. I use this all of the time. So I have, this is pink Himalayan salt and rainbow peppercorn, I think, right there. I like grinding pepper fresh because I saw, I don't know, Guy Fieri or Robert Irving one time on Food Network say to do it, and I took it as gospel. This though is what I use mostly for salt, and it has 2 sides on it. I use diamond salt for mostly everything. Kosher salt, it's diamond kosher salt. That's the one I like. I don't use iodized like regular table salt pretty much ever. I use the diamond salt, and then I have, this is Maldon flaky salt. I absolutely love this. It's a finishing salt. It's kind of crunchy. So this is my, when I make cookies, because I make these brown butter toffee cookies, you put flaky salt on at the end. It's the cherry on top. It makes them absolutely amazing. Surprisingly, I use this so much. It's great. Down here is where I keep my pots and pans. Now the pots and pans I use are ones that are really popular on Instagram and TikTok, and they're very like viral. I have wanted these for a really long time, and I was so excited to get them because they're so beautiful. So these are the caraway pans, and I have a 4 pan set. I got the black and gold ones. I was so excited about these. I could not in good faith talk about them because they are so expensive, and I have really truly not been overly impressed with them. I think they're beautiful. I think they work fine. I have not had issues with them. They're fine as like non-stick, but I mean, I've had them for a year and 2 months now. I got them last March. I've never put them in the dishwasher. I've hand washed them every single time. I have only used non-stick utensils with them. I've only washed them with, I've never used anything that could scrape them. And yet you look here, the coating is coming off here. There's little pieces of the enamel in here that have come off. There's a couple of other places. This is all on here. That probably could come off if I really tried, but just how much wear is on them for them only being just over a year old when a 4-pan set is like $500. Can't in good faith really recommend those when you can get better things that will last a lot longer. Just saying. What I can recommend though that is in here, oh my gosh, I love these. I haven't talked about these on Instagram yet and I keep meaning to. It's a set of these. So it's these silicone pot toppers, right? And this is a set of like There's so many sizes, but these are incredible because you can use them on, like, if you're just putting something in the fridge because they'll suction. I love them because then you don't have to worry about if you have the right size lid because they'll just suction on. So whenever my kid wants like macaroni and cheese, I could just put this on and it's gonna make the water start boiling so much quicker. And they're super easy to clean. They're not gonna get all hot. And they have like the hand, I love these. As we get to this side of the kitchen, let me think. I have my KitchenAid. I mean, I love my KitchenAid. That's not exactly a secret. This olive oil. This is canola oil. I love these. Using my thermal label printer that we've talked much about. Makes life so awesome. These are potatoes. I don't know. Every time I don't put potatoes out on the counter, they go bad. These ones already are looking like I need to use them. Probably a good thing that they're out here. Ooh, a vacuum sealer. I think everyone should have a vacuum sealer. This is the one that I have. I've had this one for 4 years now. Amazing. I like it because it comes like up with a place to put this roll, and then you can cut it to whatever size you need. Did a reel on Instagram recently showing how I break down stuff I get at Costco. So I'll buy like a whole bunch of stuff in bulk and then break it down into like individual sized things. Because this one, it has like an automatic detector, which is cool. Has this guy, which can do like containers and things like that. But I like this one. And then over here still has things. Oh my God, I thought I put everything away. I did not. So there's some Lysol wipes. This is my like baking board. This is from like Wayfair from a while ago. But I love this because it's super sturdy, it's wood, easy to clean, to use. I have my scale here if you bake at all. Even if you're like doing meal prepping or you're trying to like macros, things like that, having a scale, kitchen scale, game changer. This one is my favorite. I've had so many different ones in the past, but this one has a micro scale, which like for really small amounts of things. It has the bigger one. It's got the screen on the side, so you actually can see what you're using. I just used it to do my sourdough, which is chilling in this giant vat right here. This is also another thing that feels super weird to be telling people to get, and it's such a gigantic eyesore. I need like a box or something to put it in, but this is food service film. If you've ever been to like a restaurant or like, I don't know, somewhere, and you've noticed their plastic wrap is very different from the kind that you can get at the store, right? Like their plastic wrap is not sticking to itself and it's just easier to use. It's because it's different. It's food service wrap versus plastic wrap. Every time I've used regular plastic wrap and I like try and take it off, it immediately clings on itself. It's just a pain. I don't like it. This, it like is so easy to use. It stays out. I can like easily cut it. Look at it, it's not going anywhere. I can wrap things with it. If I'm doing sourdough, I'll wrap it up, put it in the freezer, and it's completely fine. Even though I just took this off, I could still use this. I can fold this up and I'll still be able to use this where that's not possible with plastic wrap. So I love this. And this thing, it was like 20 bucks. I've had this since November. I think it's like 1,000 feet, something absolute, 2,000 feet. I'm sorry. I thought I was being exaggerating by saying 1,000 feet. No, 2,000 feet. That is insane. What else do I have in here that I think everyone should have? This is where like just random kitchen gadgets go. Because I have things like this grater. You know, you see people talking about the Olive Garden grater. This is essentially the Olive Garden grater. Also, the Olive Garden grater is so funny seeing people see that you can buy that. It's the same as the Pampered Chef one that my mom used to sell Pampered Chef when I was a kid. So when I see people like shocked that you can buy that, I just remember having that in my house when I was like 10. So it's always really weird. An immersion blender. Oh, I love an immersion blender. Same with this. This is also Pampered Chef. This is a food chopper or like slap chop. I love this thing. This is the Sushi Bazooka, a tofu press. This makes eggs. I do not like making eggs. If I'm doing hard-boiled eggs, this is the only way I will do it. I can make a lot of things, but cooking rice and hard-boiling eggs are two things that there's the hill I will die on. I will use a gadget for. I will do a hard-boiled egg thing, and I have a Zarushi egg or a rice cooker because I will burn the both of them. This guy, veggie chopper, also a game changer. Love it. What else? Oh, there's a whipped cream maker like Starbucks has. I have 3 food choppers, I'm realizing, like food processors. I have this one right here, which is like, this one is wireless. Teeny tiny. This one, which is being cleaned in the washer right now. And then I have a giant full-size one. I have a lot of stuff. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed my kitchen tour. And that was just a portion. I'm realizing I didn't really show you guys anything on this side. This is food storage containers, Rubbermaid Brilliance, absolutely. It's like cups, mugs, stuff like that. Target, like the cheapest possible dishware because I break things. All of my baking pans are in here. This one's actually relatively organized in there, which is nice. I have gotten a couple of these pan organizers, which does help quite a bit because man, it's so easy for stuff to get super, super messy. So pan organizers like that really, really help. And I have those for my cutting boards, and I have those for, well, the Caraway ones came with ones for the pots, but I have ones for the lids and the silicone lids and stuff like that too. But yeah, so that's about all for my kitchen. And thanks for watching. See you later. I need more coffee.